You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Before you know, you're going to be running.
I am gonna run.
You will.
When I start walking, I hate running, but I'm gonna run. How I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I say I had multiple sclerosis for 14 years. I was diagnosed with it 4 years ago, but I think I had it 14 years because 14 years ago I was having symptoms. I would get a hot flash in my face would go for like 30 seconds and then stop. One of my employees told my big boss, and he told me not to come to work until I had a diagnosis for this problem. I went to the doctor for 3 months. I still worked, but I made a doctor's appointments each week. And the doctors told me nothing. The, the spasms I would have when that happened during my doctor's visit, it didn't happen very, very often. It didn't happen very often. And for 3 months, I went to the doctor. They did tests and everything, but nothing. $2,000 later, no diagnosis. No one knew I had multiple sclerosis. And the spasms that would make my face turn sideways stopped. So I continued to work, live my life. Nothing happened for like 10 years. Then 4 years ago, I woke up one morning and from my knees to my feet, my legs were numb. I don't know why they were numb, but they were numb. I woke up. I hated this strange feeling, but I got dressed and went to work. And I worked, and it didn't bother me. And I worked, but I didn't have any feeling from my knees to my feet for about a week. I just dealt with it because I went to the doctor for 3 months. They told me nothing. So, this problem, I just dealt with it. But I did go to the doctor for 3 months. They told me nothing. And I did get my money back. I wrote the top board of the practice, and they did send my money back a year later. After countless letters. But they did send my money back. I didn't need the money, but I was mad because it was a waste of time. I spent my off days and time going to these appointments for what? Nothing. They told me nothing, and nothing was solved. So, going back to when my legs were, from my knees to my feet were numb. So I had to be careful at work because I didn't want to hurt my legs or foot or get ran over by a pallet jack or something. So I was very careful. But what happened was, I like soda. I love soda. And I drink soda all the time. I did drink soda all the time. But I didn't drink any water. Now I drink water. But I didn't drink any water at all. But now I do drink water. And one night, I was taking a nap. And I woke up. And I had to pee. So, I got up to go to the restroom. But my body felt funny. I was dehydrated. And when you have multiple sclerosis, whatever ailment you have is worse. It's worse than it would be for regular people without multiple sclerosis. So I was having a hard time walking to the restroom because I was dehydrated. And I did make it to the restroom. After I fell down, I crawled to the bathroom, got on the toilet, but I was done. My wife ended up calling the ambulance because she didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't know what was wrong with me. She couldn't move me or pick me up. I couldn't pick me up or move. I was stuck on the toilet. So the ambulance came, helped me up, put me in the ambulance. I went to the hospital. I was off the next 2 days, so it didn't bother me as much because I had never missed a day of work since I was 14 to, how was I, 40. I never missed a day of work. So I went to the hospital and the doctors realized I was dehydrated. But my wife was concerned because she had never seen anyone dehydrated before. I never seen someone dehydrated before. I played basketball in high school. I ran track in high school. I was a team captain of the basketball team, team captain of the track team. I got a scholarship to run track in college. I did have basketball scholarships, but the track scholarship was better. It was full ride, so I took it because I would be closer to home at one of the schools that offered me the scholarship. I felt like I was a prime athlete, and I did not understand what was going on. Neither did my wife. But my wife took things in her own hand and told the doctors, find out what is wrong with him. Find out what is wrong with him. I don't care what it costs. Find out what is wrong with him. So, MRI after MRI, test after test. Finally, 2 days later, in the hospital I was, the doctor finally came back and told me I had multiple sclerosis. For most people, that is a bad day. For me, that was a good day. Why was it a good day? Because on that day, I realized my wife really loves me. Because before I could talk, ask the doctor any questions, she was all over it. Asking how to take care of me, how to do whatever. She took this diagnosis to heart. But on the third day, I missed work for the first time since forever. I hadn't missed work. I worked from 14 to 40. Never missed a day of work. But I missed work that day. But the next day, I told the doctor, I know what I have. I could walk, I could balance, and I was like, okay, I'm leaving. I mean, I felt good. I felt regular, so I left, went back to work. And I worked for 3 years. No problems. I went to my doctor's appointment for the multiple sclerosis, but I was doing okay. I thought I had no problems. Only started having problems this year. This year, I started losing my balance and losing the strength in my legs. And then I just stopped walking without a wheelie walker. Still walk, but with my wheelie walker. I do not use a wheelchair. I walk with my wheelie walker. And multiple sclerosis is different for many people. That's my story. It just came on slowly but surely. And until this year, it really never affected my life. Made me uncomfortable, but it did not affect my life. And it will not affect my life. I will walk again without my wheelie walker, without any help and without any aid. I will walk again. Why do I believe this? I will pray, I will exercise, and I will meditate. And eventually, I will walk again. And on that day, I'll show you guys and girls you can overcome whatever you have to overcome. And I will overcome. Just a side note, something I want to say to each and every one of you. Sometimes I sound like I'm drunk. I do not drink, but I sound like I've been drinking. I do not drink. Multiple sclerosis has changed my voice a little bit. When I was in high school, they used to call me walkie-talkie because I walked around and talked all the time. I've been a boss since I was 18, and I've been directing and telling people what to do for years. I was team captain of my track team and basketball team. Always been a leader, always had a voice. So I make these videos now to give you my voice. Because I think if you don't use it, you lose it. So I'm using it, doing these videos. I will walk again. But I'm ending this video. Remember, be the best you can be. Be the best you can be. Love your family, love your friends, love your loved ones. Spread love, not this virus. As always, peace.